quick joke there off the back of another. So our next evaluator is Ian to evaluate Sandy's speech. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage Ian Upton.
Toastmasters and very welcome guests, and of course Sandy with her advanced speech, third speech in the entertaining speech series, humorous speeches. So how did Sandy do? Well, she certainly grabbed our attention, didn't she, with a great opening. Reminiscent of Peter Parker with his guitar, if anyone knows Peter's a musician, really took me back to the 60s. And my own childhood in the 60s, because a lot of the material that Sandy used was absolutely not just very visual and sucked us all into the era, but it was also great material for teeing up a really humorous punchline. In my opinion, though, and a recommendation for Sandy is what she actually delivered was a really poignant speech that took us back into the 60s, really visualised what was going on, but didn't quite deliver the punchline, but was a very solid and comprehensive speech that really engaged the audience. So let's go back a little bit to where she started. So the opening with the guitar, fantastic. Grabbed our attention, really big smiley face. We knew what was coming. It was going to be a nice jolly affair. And then she took us back into the schoolyard and the school with the hole in the roof line and the drip, drip, drip. And it was at that point I thought the punchline was coming. Now, the great art of delivering a funny line is to just have that pause before you deliver it. It just builds the tension. I felt that Sandy kept building the tension, and then it kind of fell away again. And then she'd build the tension, and then it fell away again. Which brings me to my first recommendation. Being funny isn't easy. Some people have it, and some people have to work at it. I think for Sandy, she's going to have to work at it a little bit. She's got all the right content there, all the happy, smiley face to deliver it, but it just needs that little bit extra. And that little bit extra is just to practice the line and think of what the funny thing is in what's being delivered. So the dripping of the bucket, for instance, if those drips were happen to land on the teacher's head, or to drown somebody's exam paper, that could be funny. And I think Sandy just left off the little bit at the end that really hammered it home. She built up the tension, and then it just drifted away a little bit. Sandy's a very confident speaker. You can tell she's an advanced speaker. Right from the outset, she grabbed the audience, kept us all engaged all the way through. Her vocal variety is great. She's a great persona on stage, and you can hear her all the way through the speech. All very good. But I think as the speech, she was losing it a little bit towards the end. I got rushed by the lights. It was starting to introduce a little bit of hand clasping, which I think is just something that's quite natural if you're under time pressure. The end, I felt, was a little bit rushed as well. So it came on us, we're in the 60s, and the little darning thing at the end, which caught us a little bit by surprise that we'd actually reached it. But overall, a very competent speech by a very good advanced speaker. And a recommendation, just practice that punchline. Or even Google it. Google has the master of everything. Putting toilet doors, kneeling on the floor, checking skirt lines, and you'll find a whole host of things, Sandy, that can deliver the right pace, and with that pause, because you've got that pause just ready to deliver that great punchline. I look forward to seeing that again. Thank you.